Yo, what is good? It's been a minute, but I'm back on here. We're gonna talk a little bit about some MLMs, how they are trying to finesse the young recent graduates who are young, impressionable, looking for opportunity, and may not be the savviest when it comes to these type of scams. So we're definitely gonna talk about it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Marcus, the Debt Free Dad, where we talk finances, attorney reactions to current events, a whole lot of things in between. I always have to give the disclaimer out. I'm a licensed attorney in multiple jurisdictions. None of those jurisdictions amount to me being your counselor at law. So if you're looking for legal or financial advice, always seek a professional who has a fiduciary relationship to work in your best interest, or they'll lose their license to get your advice. Don't listen to a talking head on YouTube. So let's talk about it. I've been MIA for a while because June has just been a busy month. Um, on the corporate America side of the game, I'm essentially serving in an acting role temporarily for this month. So I just been busy doing what I normally do, plus doing all the extra stuff that the bosses would normally do. So that's point number one. Point number two, it's just been a lot going on between my son getting ready to graduate, getting my daughter geared up so she can do her whirlwind of summer camps on the dancing and acting scene and all of that stuff. So it's been really busy, a really busy month over here at the household of the Debt Free Dad. And before we go forward, hey, if you get any value out of this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to support the platform. It's free 99. Aren't selling you anything, but we would definitely appreciate your support if you become a part of the community. And if you don't like the video, hit the dislike button, double tap it. All right. Now, back to it. So, work has been wild, dealing with graduation, the kids, a lot of things going on, been just trying to maneuver things. That's why your boy has been MIA for a while. So, we're going to talk about two things in this video. First things first, we're going to talk about some advice that I gave to some graduating seniors. And you all let me know if this advice is solid advice or not. Somebody told me it's kind of a little bit too harsh. It may be a little bit unempathetic to what the kids are going through. So, a few weeks ago, we had an event where all of the graduates and our family attended. So, we got, friends, family, we consider them family. We go over to their house. And as I walk past the young, impressionable minds, I hear them communicating and talking about what they're going to do. So, you got some people going 3, 4 states away to college. Some people going, 2, 3 hours away to college. You got some people who may not know what they're going to do yet. You got some people who are going into certificate programs and to cybersecurity. So you got a plethora of options that people are doing. And so as I came upon this conversation, I was like, okay, look at these young, impressionable minds trying to, talk about their future and all this thing. I'm really impressed. I'm really excited. But as always, if there's an opportunity to chime in, DFD is going to chime in because I like hearing myself talk. So as I'm listening to one of them was telling me that they're going to get a certificate at a local community college. And I was like, yo, that's actually a dope thing to do because I was just reading a few weeks ago that a lot of the Fortune 500 tech companies, the Googles, the Apple, the Microsoft, they are eliminating requirements for persons in the cyber security programming realm, all of that good technical stuff to have a bachelor's degree. Previously, they wanted people to have a bachelor's. They're moving forward to where they don't really give a damn if you have a bachelor's or not. If you have a certificate and you can do the job effectively, we'll bring you on. So I think that that's actually a great move to make. One, the cost, because it's a community college, is really, really low. So if you don't got money saved up to school, you don't have to incur either no debt or very little debt because it's a community college. But two, it allows you to get into the workforce very fast. I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but they actually have a study out there that looks at the income that a high school graduate makes immediately out of high school versus the income that a college graduate makes when they take on the average amount of debt. And amazingly, it takes a lot of years for that college graduate to make an income and actually surpass that high school graduate because of the debt that they accumulate. So when this young man told me this idea, I was like, yo, that's a dope idea. You can go into cybersecurity, all of that good stuff, get a certificate. You're done in 6, 8, 12 months. You're working, making a living. Hey, great stuff. One person chimed in and they started having a conversation about what they like to do or what they enjoy. Now, if you're new to the channel, you're familiar with my policy as it relates to if you want to go to school and get DFDs, financial assistance, it there are some requirements and or strings attached. Hey, we got to take a look at your major. We got to take a look at your passions. We're going to give some credit and some credence to your passions, but we're really going to look at your major. Why are we going to do that? Because let's just put this into context. And I'm going to do a video on this probably later on in the week. But Indian Americans have the highest household income of essentially anyone in the United States. And one of the factors where that why their household income is so high, because when they go to college, 80 at an 80% clip, they're majoring in science, technology, engineering, or math. They're not majoring in art history, underwater basket weaving, my degree, criminal justice, political science, any of that stuff. They're majoring in something that's going to get them to the bag. They publish a list every year of the top 10 majors uh, related to return on investment. It's not being hidden from us, but yet a lot of people decide to pick things that are way off of that list. So when this young person was talking about, oh man, I want to do something that I like, someone told me this advice was cold, but I thought it was real advice. This is exactly what I said. Y'all let me know if it was too real or not. I said, damn what you like, okay? Nobody care about what you like, okay? If you like music, if you like art, all of that stuff is cool. But you gotta have some thought behind what you're going to major in and what type of life from a financial standpoint you want. So ignore what you like and what you want to do. Okay. Let's take a look and pivot at the top 10 majors that have the top 10 return on investments after you obtain a bachelor's. Do anything in these 10 categories interest you? If any of these 10 things you find remotely interesting, like, you know what, that's actually not that boring, that should be a major that you consider majoring in. Now, I'm not saying completely ignore something that you like. If you like art, if you like music, you're free to minor in whatever you want. You can be a science major and minor in music and minor in art history and minor in sociology or psychology. But you want to try to find something where you can get a return on investment and afford to live a lifestyle that's not one having you struggling out the gate. And so some of the other adults said that my take was a little too cold. I don't know. I thought that it was actually great advice. I thought that it gives them some guidance as to why you want to focus on an undergraduate degree that gives you a return on investment dollar for dollar. I see these stories on the internet all the time of people who have and they say that they did things the right way. I have $200,000 of debt. I did things the right way, trying to accomplish the American dream. And then in one video, I think it was I'm about to say Geraldo. I think it was Dr. Phil. It was a young sister. She was like, I did things the right way. I got $200,000 in debt for getting the master's. And they was like, well, what was your degree in? And she said something like ancient American history. I was like, what? Like, no, you did things the absolute wrong way. So I thought that advice was solid advice. Okay. I thought I gave them an opportunity to kind of look into the things that they want to do for fun, but let's just be realistic about the situation. Let me see. Hey, see, let's see. Get a degree with a high ROI and do what you like on the side or as a hobby until you can actually make a lot of money with it. I agree 100% with that. And the funny thing was, I think the line that I told them was, they said, "Yeah, I want to do something that I like." And I said, "You want to know what you're going to like? You really going to like living comfortably, not having to work three jobs just to make ends meet." So let that's the goal. Get something where you can afford to actually have a living and not have to completely struggle. And I use myself as a prime example. Y'all don't know this. I don't know if I told this story before. I think I did, but I used to be a computer science major. I was like, yes, I'm gonna be all technical in the computer science and go out to Silicon Valley and make a lot of money. And then after my first like time taking computer classes, I got like some low ass grades. It was a D or two sprinkled in there, and I was like, you know what? Nah, this not might not be the route that I want to go. So, I looked at one of my homeboys who like played sports, and I was like, "What do you major in there?" And he was like, criminal justice." And I was like, "Oh, you major in criminal justice? That's what I'm about to do." So I switched my major to criminal justice. Now, criminal justice is notoriously on the list of worst degrees, worst return on investments that you can get. Yes, that's what I did. You get a criminal justice degree, people go 30, $40,000 in debt to be a police officer or a probation officer or work at the Bureau of Prisons or something like that. Something that you could have completely did without the degree and 30, $40,000 in debt. But at least my professors kept everything 100 with me. My professors, shout out to them. They immediately when I came in the course, they didn't see my face, didn't recognize my face. So they asked me, like, "Hey, tell me about yourself." And I was telling my story. And the first thing they said in the middle of class was like, "Hey, you switch your major to criminal justice from computer science. If you want to have a shot to make a real lucrative income, make good money, you need to go to law school. If you don't plan on going to law school, you are better off graduating with a 2.0 and a computer science degree as opposed to graduating with like a 3.5 in criminal justice if you're not going to do any law school on top of that." They were brutally honest, but when they told me that, that kind of resonated with me. So when I did get my degree, I was like, you know what? Let me see what this law school thing working with. And now, of course, that was after going to Iraq and getting shot at. So that also helped facilitate my idea to go into law school. But hey, it was still a thing. They were still forthcoming about the major. The other thing that I told these young kids, and I thought this was good advice as well, everybody doesn't have the means or ability to go to college or undergrad and get a degree and not have to take on any debt. So I say, look, let's be realistic. I can't tell y'all to, hey, not take on debt because I took on debt. But there are some smart ways where you can do it. And I thought as a good rule of thumb, and I don't know, like, hey, I love my kids. I'm gonna help them try to achieve their goals and all of that stuff. But one thing DFD won't do is take out a Parent Plus loan for you. I'm gonna help you. If you can't get it with what my help is, hey, you're gonna have to find a way to supplement the difference because Parent Plus loans not over on this side of the game. But so the other piece of information that I told him and I thought was smart, if you have to take out loans, look at what the average salary is for a graduate with your degree. If you get a degree in criminal justice and the average salary for a person graduating in their first year after post graduation with a criminal justice degree is $35,000, you should not take on more debt than what you could reasonably expect to make in your first year after graduating. So, I think that's a way. If you have to take out loans, if you can limit the student loans you have to take to the amount that you could expect to make your first year after graduating, it'll make sure that you aren't in over your head and you don't end up as one of those people with hundreds of $1,000s of debt without an income or career path that can help you to pay that stuff off. So that was kind of the gems and advice I gave to him. I don't know. Some of the other parents said I was a little too harsh when I told them, "Damn, what you enjoy doing." But nah, I think that's a real bill. I think the other thing too is, I don't know. This is just me. I think people in general, like my son, likes music. He loves music. Like he streams music on he has his music on like Spotify, and he actually gets paid, and he has another performance he gonna do at some club that I don't have to go and be fake ass security to. All of that is cool, but me and him had he and I had a conversation, and he understands that even though he likes music, him majoring in music isn't a viable option. He can minor in music, he can take some classes to learn how to cultivate some things he want to do. He can do something on the business management side, on the market side. He can do some things that can help supplement a music career or career in the music industry. But majoring in music, you can do that one, son, but that's something you're gonna have to eat. I hope you got all the scholarships and you can run track or something real fast. So I wasn't saying anything that I'm not telling to my own son. The other thing that I did was for my son, because I just know how he is. Hey, I love him. Shout out to him. Congratulations to my number one son, my only son, Aaron. He had his graduation today. I was really proud of him. Like, I can remember, like, I really didn't care about my high school graduation. I really didn't care about I actually missed my graduation for undergraduate. The only graduation that I was like was a thing like, oh man, I really want to go to this one was when I graduated from law school, because I knew graduating from law school, I'm never taking another course ever in life where I'm obligated to pass it. Now I'm gonna take some courses in art because I have a passion to draw, and a few other things probably this after the summer. But I'm not gonna take those for grades. I'm gonna take them. I probably withdraw at the end just so I can get the information. But with my son, one of the things I had him do, because I want him to have some skin in the game, I made him sign up to take out a loan his first year in college just so he can have some skin in the game. No offense, everybody's child is different, but what I've historically seen in my experience, all of my peers, not maybe except for like, but I would say 90% of the people I know who parents bust their ass for them to go to college, 90% of them didn't take advantage of it. They lollygag, they were on a 7 year program, they didn't end up graduating. So my thing is, you know what? Hey, I want you to have some incentive. I want you to have some skin in the game. Hey, I'll take care of this. You got scholarships to cover this percentage. I'll take care of this percentage. Go ahead, sign that loan for $5,000, and let's see how you do. If you do great and graduate, hey, I'll probably be a good papa and knock that out for him since it's not accruing no interest while he's in school. But if he fumbles along the way, hey, you're gonna have to eat that. That's the cost of doing business. So that's kind of how I decided to move when it comes to my son. But hey, I'm really proud of him. He did a great job graduating. He came a long way. That ninth grade year, due to COVID, was a pain in the ass with all them kids from home. But shout out to him, his entire class of 2024. Some of the kids who graduated today, I was their chaperone on the senior trip when we went on the cruise. So it was kind of dope to see them walk across the stage and have a chance to meet their parents as well. And he's going to be starting a job doing some coding next week. I think on Monday he starts. So he actually trying to get two jobs. He's trying to stack up his paper. So shout out to him to that for that. And that was my advice that I gave. So y'all let me know if that was fair or foul. But nobody give a damn about what you enjoy doing. Find something that you have an actual interest in that could give you a good return on investment, all the fun stuff. I love YouTube, but I ain't gonna be like, you know what? Let's go and do this YouTube video full time and don't do anything else related to corporate America. Nah, that's just not how it's gonna go. Now, I wanted to pivot because while we're on high schools, we got to talk about multi-level marketing. Okay. Now, I think we know across the board, and if you familiar with the channel, you've been here before, y'all know that hey, back in the day, before DFD was a counselor at law, uh, DFD Esquire. Before I was DFD Esquire, I was a lowly college student who had some student loan debt, and I think I got like a Discover card that I had like a $500 limit on that I maxed out to buy some clothes to go. I don't know, maybe the homecoming or something. And so I needed a job, and I needed a job bad. Now, instead of getting the job, I got sold on. Not gonna say I got finessed, but I got coerced into joining a multi-level marketing. Your boy was out there selling prepaid legal. Man, I was trying to sign my friends up. I had people coming to the dorms to do presentations, signing other. I was a broke ass college student, and I had people coming to the dorms to do presentations to sign up other broke ass college students. It was an absolute travesty. Hey, everybody who bought prepaid legal for me, I apologize for that on behalf. But some of y'all probably made a little money because y'all was under my little pyramid. But hey, it was actually terrible. Multi-level marketing is terrible across the board. But this multi-level marketing company, I'm going to give them a big FU because this is actually terrible what they did. And I got the letter here. But first, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and read the letter first. I was going to print up the letter, but I'm going to just read it online. Okay. This is a letter that they sent to my son. They sent him this letter. He didn't even graduate yet. His literal ceremony was today. So this letter he got in the mail last week. And when I saw it in the mail, I thought it was odd. It was in an envelope, and this envelope was like open immediately, job, something, or something to do with employment. It was kind of drafted in a way to shock you to open it, but it wasn't goofy enough to where you was like, no, this is complete trash. And of course, I put it on the bar and it sat on the bar for a couple of days. And so I was like, this dude ain't gonna ever open it. I opened it and I was like, oh, okay. So I read it. Now let's go and read the letter, okay? Dear Aaron, due to our company's continued growth and expansion, we currently have openings for summer work. We would like to invite you to apply. And so, soon as I read that, I'm gonna just tell y'all my first thought. Like, y'all tell me if y'all know what multi-level marketing company this is and what they sell. But as soon as I read that, my spidey senses start tingling. Right, my spidey senses, my dad senses, my attorney senses, my this is some bullshit senses. It just started going ballistic because there's only one job. One job. Y'all let me know if there's another job. And y'all tell me if y'all know what job it is. There's only one job that'll send correspondence to a high school student or a high school graduate to expressly get them to become a part of the workforce. One job I can think of. Do y'all know what is the one job that solicits high school students and recent high school graduates? There's only one. This is number two, but this isn't a real job. It's an MLM. But it's only one job I can think of. Let me know in the comments if y'all know the one job that'll solicit a high school student or a recent graduate that I've seen. I'm gonna give y'all a hint. That's the hint. Anybody know? No takers in the comments? Uncle Sam in the army, okay? Like, I know, I was in the army. The U.S. Army, the Uncle Sam, the Air Force, the Navy. That's the only place that I've ever seen like send correspondence or send people to overtly get like high school seniors or juniors and have them in ROTC or expressly solicit them. So I thought it was interesting. So this is what made my red flags go off. Now we're gonna read the company, and y'all let me know in the comments if y'all know what this multi-level marketing company sell. And then we're gonna watch a video talking about this multi-level marketing company in 2024. All right, I'm gonna go through the whole letter. Due to our company's continued growth and expansion, we currently have openings for summer work. That's a keyword to try to entice a young buck to get in because they just got out and they try to get some bread in their pocket. We would like to invite you to apply. Vector is an international company established in 1981. We are currently expanding locally and have summer customer sales and service positions available. These positions will offer several unique advantages for those students accepted. Full and part time openings with flexible schedules, $25 an hour base pay, training provided, no experience necessary, valuable resume experience, may continue during school in the fall. Conditions apply, all ages 17 plus. Opportunity to advance. We're filling openings for the DC and surrounding areas. You may apply regardless of your major, your current work schedule, your current class schedule, or previous work experience. We look forward to connecting with you and expanding the details to the position. To request an interview, Please use our QR code to apply online. Sincerely, the DMV management team. Then it says apply now, and it's a QR code at the bottom. Anybody know what the hell Vector is selling? And so as soon as I told my son, I said, that sounds kind of like a scam. You might want to look that up. So he Googles, is Vector a scam? And of course, the first thing that pops up, he was like, it's a scam. The first thing that popped up was Reddit. And so he goes to the Reddit post to read it. I don't know if y'all familiar with this old school multi-level marketing company called Cutco, where they have you purchase a set of Ginzu knives or whatever knives they have, and then they send your ass door to door with these knives, expecting you to sell knives to people. Vector is a rebranded version of Cutco. Cutco rebranded into Vector, and they are trying to solicit 17 plus year olds, recent high school graduates, into becoming a part of their multi level marketing team where they will, one, have to purchase their own set of knives to show as a display, go door to door, and actually try to sell knives to grown ass adults. Now, there are a few things that I'm willing to buy to support a 17-year-old if they're selling it to me, and a knife isn't one of them. Unless that 17-year-old was on like Gordon Ramsay's kid cooking show, I'm not buying no fucking knife from you. Like, I'll buy a t-shirt from you, I'll support your brand, I'll buy I've seen young guys who had their own shoe cleaning material. I'll buy it. I've seen young guys who have their own car detailing service. I'll support it. But I'm probably not going to buy knives from any individual who come to my door. I don't care if it was Gordon Ramsay himself. I just prefer to buy my knives from, I don't know, Walmart, Amazon, anywhere but a person coming to my door. But this is a thing in 2024. They're actually soliciting high school graduates to get involved in multi-level marketing. So from DFD to you, Vector, you guys are the worst, and y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves for trying to get unsuspecting kids, young people who may not be savvy to the BS that y'all got going on with y'all MLM scheme. That's trash. Y'all trash. I hope this video go viral so everybody can talk about how terrible y'all are. Now, I want to show a real quick video. It's like 2 minutes. I'm going to make sure I shout out the channel because over here, I always want to circle back to the content creator just so, y'all can go support if y'all want to take a look at it. This YouTube channel is called The Vector Impact. Vector Marketing. Is it a scam 2024? Let's take a listen.
Find more information. Have you ever been told something and immediately thought to yourself, there's no way that's real? Or maybe you hear both sides of a story and don't know which one to believe. It's like when you're not feeling well. So you Google your symptoms and you get pages and pages of results, information from various sources, blogs, articles, studies, forum discussions, all presenting conflicting viewpoints and contradictory claims. At a certain point with so many different results, you just exit out of everything and take a Dayquil. With the invention of the internet, we live in an information-rich society, which is great, except for when you need to make a decision and all of a sudden, everyone is an expert.
Stay away from the company Vector Marketing.
Expressing their own opinions based on their experiences, which they're free to do, but here's the kicker. A lot of those people are expressing their opinions, but haven't even had the actual experiences. Would you?
So now in this one, you listening and you like, oh man, this might be a legit company. But sometimes we always gotta go a little bit deeper into the video. So let's get interesting. Let's take a look at some of the comments, because in the comments is where it goes down. Okay, the comments, the comments is the place to be. Let's look at this very first comment. Okay, this very first comment by Vanessa B2392. I'm not talking about the video. I'm giving you my own personal experience. They called me for an interview and they said it's for a receptionist position selling kitchenware. I showed up. I went to the first round. The man started telling me about something else. I told him they had called me to be a receptionist, and he said no. I said, so I won't be in the office making phone calls all day? He said no. I said, so I have to go door to door trying to sell knives? He said yes. I directly said, this is not the job for me. Thank you for your time. I know everyone is going to come at me, saying the video, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, but I'm telling you my personal experience. I went through some of these comments and other videos in the Reddit feed, and all down this thread, it was a lot of young people who actually got duped into buying a set of knives, thinking they can go sell door to door and selling knives. So, hey, again, I think we all know that multi-level marketing is a scam. I think we all know that pyramid schemes generally never work. The only pyramid scheme that is somewhat reliable, but it may crash in the future, is Social Security. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother video. So the big takeaway from this is make sure if you got young people in your family, they all gonna be eager to work. My son graduated and he like, you know what? I'm trying to save up X amount of money. So when I get to college, I got a nice little amount of money stashed and he gonna work 2 jobs. So he got a job doing this coding and program. He started Monday and he been on the search for another job. But my son, he's very akin to identifying with something that's BS or a scam generally for the most part. So if you got some young ones out there who just recently graduated, they're new graduates, they're eager to get in the workforce, they're looking to make some money before they go on to college or the next phase of their life, y'all make sure to put them on the game and keep an eye out for them because it's trash companies like Vector that are out here trying to get y'all babies, y'all nieces, y'all nephews, y'all sons, y'all daughters, y'all little cousins, y'all little aunts or uncles to go sort of door to door selling knives that ain't nobody gonna buy, and they have to eat the bill to pay for the knife set that they gotta try to sell. That's crazy as hell. Vector is trash company of the week, which is something I made up just now. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Is this new? Have y'all seen MLM companies targeting new graduates before they even walked across the damn stage? I never seen it before until the damn letter came to my house trying to get my son to sell some knives. And trust me, my son ain't it. Like, hey, my son is good at a lot of things, but I'm not buying a knife from somebody I know who the best meal that they think they make is a grilled cheese sandwich. Hell no, nah. I just can't do it. Yo, that's it for this video. I just wanted to jump in, let y'all know where I've been at, what was going on, the advice I gave to the young adults coming up, and y'all be on the lookout. Keep y'all peoples, keep y'all graduates protected from this. If you're watching on the replay side of the game, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comment and make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tomorrow we're gonna tune in. I got a couple of finance topics that we want to talk about, and I haven't done a video where I showed my investment portfolio in a while, so we might throw that in there just for good measures for the folks who hang out to the end of the video tomorrow. We might throw that in. I go over a portfolio too, so y'all can see how the returns is looking for this year. Hey, all I'm gonna say, double digits so far as of today. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Peace.